What's going on there, guys? We're back with another one, and I want to talk about this. Is Kenyon Martin is taking exception with some of the things that Anton Daniel said when he was on the live with Kwame Brown and Gilbert Arenas. Now, Anton was challenging Gilbert on, why did you sell Gil's Arena? Because it was number one in views. It was, one of the most watched programs, and they were coming on every single day. But I remember, vividly around the time where he was picked up for that federal gambling thing that's going on, allegedly, whatever's going on with that. The name shortly after changed to the Arena. Gil even says that in the live, but basically now Underdog owns at least half of Gil's Arena or whatever, and they changed the channel to the Arena. They brought in Akeem Talib, Skip, and all those guys, and Gilbert even works on that show. So um, Gil was trying to say the pros to that is they'll pay a staff, he gets a production crew and all this stuff. Kwame and Anton Daniels is like, look, that's your name, that's your crib, so they in the basement, they can come shoot in your house anytime they want, so very different opinions and very different outlooks on that type of thing. But let's look at what Anton said that made Kenyon Martin mad. We're going to look at Kenyon Martin's response.
On the live stream, you said that when you got arrested, that's when they took the name from you because your name was no longer good in their eyes when it comes to promoting the product and being aligned with the brand.
Yes, that's what I said.
My expectation of you is higher because I don't look at you. I know you a contributor on the show, but I'm going to just be honest with you. I don't look at you in the same vein that I look at the rest of the niggas that's on the show. Because you the brain, right? You the brain. Without you, none of them other niggas exist in my mind. It's plenty of niggas that start a basketball podcast that ain't popping at all. That shit is trash. Let's just keep it 100.
Now, that part right there, that last piece of what Anton Daniels said is something that didn't sit too well with Kmart. And he addressed it on the next episode of Gil's Arena. And this is what he had to say.
On the thing with the other day, what's his name? The chunky dude. When you was on there with Kwame the other day.
Nigga got pressed him.
Low? Low? Oh, I don't know his damn name, whatever he is. Yeah, like he just like y'all chatting and this, that, and the third, and we just kept straight, like on there calling niggas nobodies and shit like that, bro. Like, nah, like that ain't more than a nobody. He was praising you for being who you are, and in the same breath, gonna be like, yeah, when the other dudes on the shows and nobody, they be nobody without you. Nobody. I think I'm been somebody for a long time now.
Shout out Jesse J.
Oh, not low.
Whoever that dude.
What you said with Kwame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dude, I don't know his name, so obviously he's a nobody.
Sounds like nobody.
He's a nobody. So when we call praise for, so I just wanted to be known that like we ain't.
Who is it?
I don't. I don't know his name, and I don't care to remember his name.
But Anton.
That's
whatever he is. Though he was on the live feed with him, Kwame the other day. He was praising Gil for for being who he is, creating the space, and Gil was explaining about the logistics of the business, this, that, and the third, and he went on to say like, yeah, without Gil, them dudes is nobodies without you. Like, no, dude.
Hey, man.
Not him. Right?
I ain't shit without you.
So like nobody's like we didn't play in the league. And,
yeah. Like Gil made us who we is. Like
we some niggas.
Like we some niggas off the street that grew up with Gil. Like we carry Gil fucking bag and we.
Well, I am a nigga off the street.
I got a job for you. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
Kenyon, shoot that goddamn free throw.
You know what I'm saying? Yo. That part, right? Like that part, right? We ain't just gonna address people as nobodies when, trust me, bro. Like I'm taking a high road in this because it's
Don't
big.
check your DM, bro.
But that's all, dog.
I know Kenyon, that motherfucker like, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I want to know who he is now.
Yeah, don't do that, bro. Like it's
the fat dude you always be on. No, that's low. No.
Now, Kenyon Martin, I understand what he's saying from the standpoint like we not nobodies. We can when we're talking about basketball, we can talk about experiences. We can talk about what went on inside the locker room. We bring something to the table that you can't just go get the average Joe off the street, to tell you about what's going on in the NBA, the inner workings, and all these stories. Like, for instance, his issues with George Carl, um, things like that. They can bring those experiences to the podcast. I don't know what context Anton Daniels mean that in. He might mean that he don't think they anybody in the podcast space, or he might say, or he might be saying that Gilbert is the brains behind it as far as, he's what makes it go and they're complementary. But again, even if they're complementary to the main guy, it all works. You start missing certain people being on the show. That their presence is decent, for that environment if you miss them on the show. And sometimes when Kmart ain't on there or Rashad ain't on there, you can kind of feel it on the show. Even before all this stuff start to happen. So I understand that right there. From what I've seen in Anton's videos, he's a straight shooter, says how he feels. I see a lot of, I believe it's Anton After Dark. It's his show, where he has the young ladies up on the show and has like a few of the guys on the show. And he speaks his mind, right, wrong, or indifferent, or whether you agree with him or not. You ain't got to worry about him biting his tongue and saying or not saying what he feel, So, um, that's my take on that. But nah, I think Gil's Arena had a great thing going. I didn't think they would sell that. I think Gil said that Underdog on it for like a year or two, um, going forward. But again, I mean, what was it worth giving up your basement to them, or was it worth that? I mean, Gil thinks so. It's his property at the end of the day. I'm not gonna talk about it too much. Because he made a deal he thought was good for him. My only question was that deal made out of the pressure being put on you after this Fed thing came? Because Underdog is behind that, you know, I believe ain't there a gambling company, and then you got gambling allegations. You could see why Underdog want to sweep that right off the bat. They want to sweep that away, so it's the arena now. I feel like they probably put some pressure on them behind the scenes, just my personal opinion. Obviously, Gil um ain't gonna tell you every single thing about the inner workings, because obviously Underdog, some of the paperwork they probably say you can't disclose certain things. You probably can't speak on certain things. So and it wouldn't be wise to do that anyway if you're in any type of deal with the company. You wouldn't want to speak on your business to a T. So yeah, man, let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.